Yackin Wit Yoni. We are going to preview Bulls Clippers, also new editions of True or False, and around the MLB. That's all right now on Yackin Wit Yoni. To this December the 11th edition of Yackin Wit Yoni. I am Ryan Yanishatis. Let's kick things off here with the new edition of True or False. Today the True or False is about Bears and Packers. First one is going to be Bears need Urlacher back before the playoffs. My thing on this is going to be true. I do think they need him back before the playoffs, because if they do not have him back, that's going to be the problem. And I think you need him, because as you saw against the Minnesota Vikings, they were not playing well. Everything was off balance, and you saw Adrian Peterson was running down their throat. The same thing's going to happen against the Packers and everyone else that they face. So it's really a tough thing for the Bears to go through, but they are going to need definitely Brian Urlacher back if this team wants to become this team wants to even get in the playoffs. Second one, Packers are stronger with back against the wall. True. I think they're stronger with their back against the wall. Look what happened to them a couple years ago when they won the Super Bowl. They were able to step up. They were on the road for all the games, and what do? They win the Super Bowl. They're able to overcome the odds as the number 6 seed. Last year they struggled a little bit. We're in New York, got eliminated, or it might have been in Lambeau, not sure. But nonetheless, it was this is a team that was their back against the wall. Now they're getting stronger. They're getting their guys back. And once they get this team fully back 100%, that's when you're going to see this team be more dominant. You ain't even seen the best of the Green Bay Packers. I said that on yesterday's show. So I think that's the one thing you got to look at for when this team gets ready and is coming back. But as I said, I think the Packers are stronger with their backs against the wall. Their backs really aren't against the wall right now. So is this team going to be dominant throughout the playoffs? We'll have to see. Again, if they win Sunday against the Bears at Soldier Field, they clinch the NFC North. Final one. Home field advantage matters in this rivalry. False. I don't think it does. The Packers have been able to beat the Bears. I'd say that they've won at least 5 in a row, so obviously it does not matter. They play very good at Lambeau. They play good at Soldier Field. And again, they'll be back at Soldier Field next week. That's going to be an interesting matchup, because I think you're going to see both teams really come out there. And now with the Bears having the injury now to Robbie Gould, who looks like he's out for the entire rest of the season, the Bears are getting where the injuries were like how the Packers were in the beginning of the season, and the Packers are getting how the Bears were in the beginning of the season where it's healthy. So they switched places with injuries. Not a good thing if you're a Bear fan, but if you're a Packer fan, it's looking very good and looking slim pickings that this is going to be they're going to win, and they are going to be able to win the NFC North. But again, they have to get through the Bears, who right now, injury woes, Jay Cutler expected to play on Sunday. So the Bears have a lot of different things going on. The Packers just got to go in there and contain business. That is the newest edition of True or False. Yackin Wit Yoni is on it. It's on top of it when it comes to social media, and that includes Twitter, where you can get active with the show. So don't forget to follow us on Yackin Wit Yoni on Twitter. That is Yackin Wit Yoni 1 is our Twitter handle. Don't forget to like us. It's always fun to see you guys there. Now it's time to preview Bulls Clippers. Tonight from the United Center, it'll be an 8:30 start. It'll be on ESPN and Comcast Sportsnet. Lob City's coming. Blake Griffin's coming. And again, this team's looking very good right now. You got between him and Chris Paul. They have a good team. This is going to be one of the top teams in the Western Conference. And I think even last year, a couple of years ago, the Bulls have not been able to beat this Clipper team. They did not beat them on the circus trip when they faced them earlier this year. Is it going to be tough for them to come out there and win that? Obviously, I think it's good. It's going to be it might be a rough game for them. But I think what you got to look at is can the Bulls step up? They're doing very good against against the Knicks without Carmelo Anthony. But this will be another test. Now you got to face the Western Conference. This is a big game. Again, Rip Hamilton's still out, but again, it looks like Marco Bellinelli's really been the guy stepping up. When you look at also the big guys, Joe Kimo, but Carlos Boozer is the key in this game. If he wants to, the defense isn't the best, even I'd probably say in the top 100. He is not a guy that plays very good defense, but he's going to have to play defense if he wants to stop Blake Griffin and Lob City and his dunks. If you don't want to be posterized you need to make sure you play good defense. Like I said, Blues are not good at defense. Blake Griffin will take advantage of that. That is the big key in this game, and that is going to be, I think that's going to be the matter of if the Bulls come out of that game with a win or if they come out of that game with a loss tonight against the Clippers. Also, Chris Paul, you got to stop him. He's the guy that can shoot from beyond the arc, small guard. But again, Nate Robinson, Kirk Hinrich, they're going to have to stop him. We'll see if they'll be able to do that. Again, that game will be on at 8:30 Central Time, a later game on ESPN. That's the reason. It's a double game, part 2 of a doubleheader. Tonight, and again, we'll have the results for that tomorrow. Every week I'll have a question and put it on Facebook, Twitter, or our website. We want the people's feedback, and I'll read them the following Friday. You can also email them to yackinwitYoni@yahoo.com. That is Yackin Wit Yoni, the question of the week. And this week's question is, who has the better offense, Packers or Bears? Let me know right now. We've already got a couple of answers, and I'll read them on Friday's show. Now it's time for Around the MLB. A couple of big things that have come out so far. Only two big things. I forgot to mention also last week when we did this, the Red Sox, they did sign also Mike Napoli, a catcher, which means it looks like Jared Saltalamacchia is going to be out possibly in the open, so we'll see how that goes. But I think, so the Red Sox definitely making some moves, but if you look at the other things, yesterday James Shields and Wade Davis was traded from the Tampa Bay Rays over to the Kansas City Royals. The Royals also, I believe, got Santana. They have, now they also have Jeremy Guthrie. So this team is building, I think they're building to be a competitive team in the American League Central. When you look at also the Detroit Tigers, who were very good last year, but now you put Victor Martinez in that mix as well, and that team's going to be just as good. The Chicago White Sox, they're usually, no matter what, if you underestimate them or overestimate them, they're always there at the end of the year to win the division, so you can't count them out. But the Kansas City Royals, they've been building. They have Eric Hosmer and Alex Gordon, and they just have a bunch of young talent. They've grown from the ground up, and they've been able to get that done, and they're looking very good right now as they look to win some more games, or they look to win more games next season. And I think getting another big game James, I think he's going to be the key to this team, possibly getting even in there this year. And also, Zach Greinke signs a $147 million deal with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Again, he was a Brewer last year, traded to the Angels before the trade deadline, or it might have been after waivers, and now he's with the Dodgers, so he gets to go to both sides of LA in the span of a year. So this will be interesting to see how he plans out there. Again, the big contracts that the Dodgers are dishing out. They also signed a pitcher Ryu out of Japan or China. So, I mean, this team has money to spend after the lucrative television contract, so they got the money to do what they need to do, and it's been unbelievable so far. So kudos to the Dodgers, Magic Johnson and all them, and they're doing a great job as of right now to do it. So Shields and Davis go to the Royals, Greinke signs with the Dodgers. That is the newest edition of Around the MLB. Check out the official website of Yackin Wit Yoni to give you promo flyers, Katie's blog, Yackin merchandise, and much more. Go to YackinWitYoni.weebly.com to figure it out and to watch. Now it is time for predictions. This week so far I am 0-0. Have only one game tonight, and that is the Bulls at the Clippers, or Clippers at Bulls. And I'm going to go Clippers in this one. I don't think the Bulls are going to be able to handle them tonight. I think the Bulls, this is a very good Clipper team. They're dominant, and I think the Bulls won't be able to overtake them. Again, I said that with the New York Knicks game, they were able to do that. So we'll see how this game goes, but I'm going to go Clippers tonight over the Bulls. Now it's time to preview for Wednesday. We're going to recap Bulls-Clippers, plus preview Bulls-Sixers and Bucks-Kings, plus we'll have a new edition of the Thinking Chair. That is all tomorrow on Yackin Wit Yoni. So that will be fun. That is going to wrap it up for this December the 11th edition of Yackin Wit Yoni. I am Ryan Yanishatis saying thank you. And don't forget, this is